Tony, a 3-0 defeat this afternoon. What was your thoughts on today's game?
Hugely disappointing, the outcome of the game. I thought the Ross County team coming here, playing against a team that are on form, and have been certainly on form at home, and they sat in against us, but we had to find a way. They left us on the ball, and we had to find a way to try and break that down. And the worst thing that can happen when you're playing a game like that is you lose a goal. It's a poor goal we lose, and then it makes them sit in more. And I just think we didn't do enough in possession of the ball. We had enough possession. They left our centre backs on it. We had to find a way in front of it. I thought we did in spells. We tried to create a wee bit more width in the game, and we got into good areas, but just the quality wasn't there in that final third. And we changed it up in the 70th minute, 68th minute, just to try and put two strikers on and force the issue a wee bit. Never worked, and I take full responsibility for that. But for the 68 minutes before that, as a team, we didn't do enough on the pitch.
Was that the bit that frustrates you the most, that we didn't do enough with the ball when we had it?
Yeah, absolutely. Because good players there and a great surface and a good atmosphere. The crowd were here. They were ready to get behind, and they were getting behind the players. But there was a frustration there because Ross County had a very obvious game plan that just leave us in possession and sit all the players behind the ball. But we've got to be better than that. We've got to find a way to break that down, and we've got to make sure that when we get into the final third, as we've been doing most of the season, we find a way to get to goal. And we never did that today, and that's where the real frustration and the disappointment is. And as I say, I take full responsibility for the change that was made to try and force the issue and get two strikers on the pitch and Lyle Cameron playing behind that, but it never worked. It left us a bit vulnerable behind that, and we lost the second and the third goal as a result of that.
Their second goal was key, wasn't it? Because we were really trying to push for that equaliser at that time. Right?
Yeah, at that stage we bring on, as you say, two strikers, but we lose possession in the middle of the pitch unnecessarily. We're empty in the middle of the pitch. I don't know why, and we allowed them to run through, and it's a really poor goal to lose from our point of view, particularly since we've just made the positive substitution going with two strikers up top. So disappointing, but the biggest thing about it is you dust yourself down, you get a game, you can't feel sorry for yourself. We'll be in tomorrow morning, we'll analyse that, see what we can do a lot better in the game and be ready for the next one.
Although we got beaten Saturday to Rangers, you were pleased with how we organised defensively. Is that a big frustration as well tonight? Yeah,
and sometimes I think when you're so open and getting ready to go out and play, you're vulnerable to that counter attack, and that's what we were today. Because with so much of the ball, we didn't close up behind that, making sure that when we did lose it, we wouldn't get done the other end. And again, as I say, I take responsibility for that. I take responsibility for the last 20 minutes making the substitutions, because we were getting into wide areas, but we just didn't have the quality to go and finish it off. And I just felt we needed two strikers to force the issue a wee bit to get the goal. So disappointed with that, disappointed for the fans. Apologise to the fans for that. They've not seen a lot of that at home, but the only way we can make up for that is a derby win, and that's what we're focused on. Our next game at home is Dundee United, and we'll make sure we come out ready for that and try to repay the fans with a derby win.
I know you were so pleased with the home form that we'd built up, the 3 home games, and you must be really disappointed that we haven't been able to build on that.
I'm hugely disappointed. You can see that. You can see the way I am just now. I take it very personal, and there's a lot of analysis that needs to go in there with the team, with myself, with the staff to analyse what we could have done better there. But certainly it's a poor result. It's a poor performance. But it's something we just need to make sure we reset and we bounce back from, because we've got no time to feel sorry for ourselves.
You say the games are coming thick and fast. We've got St Mirren on Sunday. How do you get the boys up again for Sunday?
Well, we'll win tomorrow. Again, they're an honest group. They're a really conscientious bunch. So we'll look at the game, we'll analyse things that we could have done better, and we'll just make sure we move on and we try and do better in the next game.
And this will be a learning curve for the players too, won't it, with so many games coming up?
Yeah, and it shows what was difficult today is we get two really important players come off today at half time. Jordan McGee through illness, and Antonio Portales with a hamstring injury. And I've said that all along. We've got a small squad, and they're two key players, and that doesn't make excuses for that. Other players need to step up, but I've got injuries to experienced players, and there's two experienced players. When we take them off there, it does have an effect on the team. So yeah, disappointing for that point of view, but listen, we just need to pick ourselves up. We need to assess what we've got in the dressing room and go again.
How is Jordan, Antonio and Simon as well? I know he'd been unwell.
Jordan had sickness and he had to come off. He'd done well to start the game. He was sick on the pitch, and he had to come off at half time. Simon, as you say, Simon said this bug that a lot of them have had, and Tony just felt his hamstring was really tight, so we couldn't take a chance with that. So that's two substitutions and one just under par. That sometimes you get a squad as small as that, it's difficult. It's difficult to make sure you make up for that. But listen, that's why we've got a squad, and it's up to the players to get that opportunity to come in and take their opportunity.